My darling listeners, it is I, your host, the beautiful, bewitching Belladonna. Believe me when I say I love each and every one of you. Ask me out on a date, I will almost certainly say maybe. But where shall we go? Do you like public houses? I don't. Nasty, smelly places. Don't get me wrong, I don't have anything against drinking. I love a cocktail. A long, cold, deadly nightshade. A fiery devil's breath. Or best of all, the one named after me. Belladonna's Heartbreak. A charming little bartender invented it for me. Fell head over heels for beautiful Belladonna, I'm afraid. Poor little chap. I had to let him go, after he'd given me the recipe, of course. So you might find me at a cocktail bar. You can buy me a Belladonna's Heartbreak, but you'll never find me in a public house. I think you'll understand why after our next little tale, Running Blind.
Working in pubs has always been a hell of a hassle. Creepy blokes, terrible pay, and nightmarish hours have left me exhausted. Day after day, year after year, toiling away, and why? I couldn't possibly describe to you all of the nonsense I've had to cope with working in pubs. But I guess none of that matters now, because of one particular fellow who outdid the rest. Harry Marshall. I never liked Harry, not from the start. He was quiet. Never made much of a fuss or caused me any bother, but he was quiet. My boss told me he was harmless. Everyone told me he was harmless. I knew better.
Please come out tonight. You've been working your socks off. You can't tell me you don't fancy a drink. Just one drink.
It's never one drink, Jane.
Could it be 2 drinks?
Jane, no. I don't finish till 11. I've got a ton of washing up to do. I have to get up at the crack of dawn for a shift tomorrow.
And you hate fun. Yeah, I get it. No need to rub it in. I just miss doing things with you. Bowling, swimming. What's the point of even talking to you if you never want anything to do with me?
I can't come, and you know it. Now, scat. I have a customer.
Right. Well, I'll see you tomorrow, when you will come out with me.
Oh, buzz off, Jane. All right, Harry?
No.
The usual? Or not. Fancy something different?
Be my pleasure. Nasty girl deserves it. We all deserve it. Yes, I'll do it. Miller, girl behind the bar. She's the one.
Right. Well, I'm going to collect some glasses. If you need anything, just... Oh, come on, Harry. What's that?
No.
You can't have your own drinks in here. You know that.
No.
Hand over the flask. For crying out loud, hand it over.
What you deserve.
It was agony. Whatever he threw in my eyes, whatever was in that rotten little flask, it wasn't liquor, that was for sure. I screamed and screamed as he fled the bar. But as soon as my manager appeared, it was over. Like it never happened. I was completely fine.
Lynn! Lynn! What on earth are you doing?
I was... My eyes. That awful Harry. He threw something in my eyes and then...
Threw something? It looks just like a splash of ordinary water to me. Let's have a closer look. Yeah, that's plain water. You're not injured. You're soaking.
But it hurts so much. It can't have just been water.
Lynn, don't cause a fuss. You're fine. I promise.
But... Gary. I suppose I do feel all right now. But I wasn't all right. And it wasn't until I was walking home that it hit me. The pain came crashing back, that blinding pain. Literally blinding. As soon as it faded, everything went dark and I was stranded. 20 minutes from home, in the dead of night, unable to see my hand in front of my own face. Helpless. Oh God, my eyes. What could have happened? Hello, is anyone there? I need some help. Is anyone around? I just need someone to help me. Oh, for crying out loud. Is anyone around? Surely I should be able to hear something. A car, footsteps. It's only 11:30. Try a door. That's what I should do. I should try knocking on a door. If I can find a door. Gosh, which way was the road? Oh, wait, no. The curb was on the other side, wasn't it? Or... Yes, perfect. Hello? Hello, please. I could really use some help. My eyes started hurting. Well, could you call me an ambulance, please? Hello? Please, could you let me in? I need someone to call the hospital. What on earth? Who's there? I said, who's there? What was that? Oh, God. Please, open the door. There's something out here, please. The door? Where's the door? Where's the road? Or a hedge or anything? I can't find anything. Is this a game? Are you playing some sort of awful game? Did Harry set this up? Because it isn't funny? Oh, God!
Lynn, what on earth are you doing?
Jane? Oh, thank God. That dreadful Harry threw something at me and I can't see a thing. And I can't find anything and...
What are you doing out here? We should get you to a hospital.
That sounds brilliant. Sorry, I'm just so relieved. I can't believe you found me.
A real stroke of luck.
You're telling me? Okay, lead me home. We can call an ambulance from my place.
Your place? Oh, why bother going all the way there? Why not just use the phone box?
Phone box? There's not a phone box for miles, Jane. What are you talking about?
Oh, wow, you must have wandered off track. There's one right here. Come on, step inside.
I'll wind up walking straight into it. Give me a hand, you daft woman.
And take out all the fun. You know that's not my style. Put your hands out. Feel your way. Huh, looks like we finally get to do something together after all.
How I had wound up by a phone box was beyond me. But I'd been so lost, so confused. At that point, anything seemed possible. And it may seem unlikely to you, Jane coming to my rescue from nowhere, but she'd always been there for me, always protected me. Why should I question it now? Okay, I've got my hands out. Yes, I've got the door. Okay, wait, where's the phone? There isn't a phone in here, Jane. I think this one's been vandalised or something. Jane? Jane, where am I? Open the door. Jane, please, open the door. Jane? Jane, please, God, Jane! I'm not sure which is worse. The possibility that there are things beyond the human imagination, which are not only real, but are capable of such intelligent trickery that they had managed to mimic someone I loved in order to lead me into their jaws. Or the second option, dastardly door number 2, that there were no monsters. There was only me and Jane and a big steel door. That she betrayed me, punished me for having responsibilities other than her. I'm not sure it really matters anymore, though. Either she betrayed me or she didn't. Whichever it was, she never did open that door, and neither did anyone else.
Now you understand why I avoid public houses and their unsavory clientele. While you were listening to that, I was digging out the recipe for Belladonna's heartbreak. You take a spoonful of cyanide, a lashing of arsenic, and... Oh, I am sorry, my dear listeners. I can see the producer is desperately trying to catch my eye. It looks like there is an urgent announcement.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is an extremely urgent public information announcement. There have been numerous reports of an upsurge in wandering monsters. But the authorities have done a first-rate job in apprehending nearly all of them. Strong doses of garlic have ensured that all vampires are behaving themselves. All Egyptian mummies have been disenchanted and returned to display cases in museums. Even Fatberg, the terrifying bog monster, has gone home voluntarily to the sewers. Unfortunately, several monsters are still missing. We will now present to you the sensible course of action should you encounter a wandering monster. We will join the Bagshot family during their afternoon constitutional.
Come on, children, do keep up.
There really is no need to dilly-dally.
Sorry, Mother.
Sorry, Father.
We were just looking at the bushes over there.
Really? What is it? Some interesting wildlife?
No, Father, not high up.
In the shadows. Over there.
It looks like a monster.
A monster? What sort of monster?
Where?
Can't you see it lurking menacingly with a mean, hungry look in its eyes over there in the bushes?
Oh, yes, I see him. That's not just any old monster. It's Frankenstein's monster.
Oh, my goodness, you're right. So it is. Come on, children, give him a wave. It's not every day you see a movie star. Hello!
Hello! Hello!
Look, he's not alone.
Oh, yes. He's got his bride with him.
Oh, how glamorous. What a wonderful couple. We've seen all your motion pictures. Wonderful stuff.
I don't know, Mother. They look a little sad to me.
Well, I imagine you would look a little sad if you had a bolt through your neck, young man.
Honestly, children these days.
Oh.
Well, what are you waiting for, children? Go and get their autographs.
Oh, can we?
Yes, you might learn something. They can tell you all about the film industry, Hollywood parties, and brain surgery waiting lists.
Yes, off you go. We can get on with some of our chores.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you, Mother.
Oh, look how excited they are.
Oh, Father, when do you want us home?
Oh, no need to rush at all. Certainly don't expect to see you any time before midnight.
Yay!
Well, that was a bit of luck, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
I can go and see Uncle Barty.
And you will find me at the club.
Ladies and gentlemen, wandering monsters. Don't be scared, explore the bushes and have some fun. Free entertainment for your children, for a limited time only.
Well, I hope you all heed that helpful advice. It's so rare to get something for nothing, isn't it? But if you do run off with a wandering monster, make sure you know your way home. Home. You know, I sometimes wonder, dear listeners, when we share our evenings of thrilling tales, what your homes look like. I don't wish to be intrusive, let alone impertinent. But where are you listening? Perhaps you sit by the fire with the lights out, shadows flickering on the walls behind you. Or perhaps you are lying in bed, hiding beneath the covers, nice and cosy and terrified. How wonderful if you happen to be in the bath. Wherever you are, I am sure your homes are delightful. I wish I could visit each and every one of you. I could give you some advice on how to give your home a touch of mystery, something of the esoteric, something a little haunting, perhaps. Nothing can transform a room better than an objet d'art, a patent plate, a bronze bust, or maybe a painting. Oh yes, that would be just the thing. A painting, an oil painting. An oil painting of, well, you tell me.
Dining room, darling. I'm just trying to unpack a couple more boxes.
Ah, there you are. Goodness, you've been busy.
Put a couple of shelves together, that's all. Have you seen the kitchen?
Not yet.
I fixed the cutlery drawer and put up the hooks for the pots and pans.
Oh, that's wonderful. It's so nice for me coming home and seeing the place taking shape. It was good of you to take time off work to get things in order.
I was glad to. Can you imagine how depressing it would be if neither of us had time to sort the house out? Getting it to look like a home.
Well, I have done my bit today. Look what I bought on the way home from work.
What is it?
An oil painting.
Nice. Where did you get it?
From that little market that sometimes springs up near Fairwater Street.
I've never seen a painting there before.
Neither have I. But today, they had this amongst all those cracked vases and chipped plates and other rubbish.
Yes, that's the usual stuff, isn't it? Now let me see. Oh, looks like quite a find. The picture certainly looks antique, well, old anyway. The frame's quite battered. Could have come up fine with some gentle sanding and a dab of varnish.
I thought it might look good on a wall.
Yes, it would, wouldn't it? Maybe in here. A nice picture to look at while we're having breakfast. Maybe a conversation piece the next time you have guests over.
Just what I was thinking. We've got so many blank walls in this house. We need to start putting things up.
Do you remember how we used to trip over stuff in the old apartment?
Had to put half of it in storage, especially when we wanted to sell the damn place.
And now we've moved here and we're rattling around all our accumulated clutter. The house just swallows it up. I love it.
Me too. So, where shall we put the picture? Maybe here, above the mantelpiece?
Oh, that'd be great. The wire on the back looks secure. I'll hang it now. I just had my toolbox a moment ago.
Here it is. Now, what do you want? Can't see any picture hooks.
A hammer and a nail will do it.
Are you sure that'll hold it?
Yes, that's all we need.
If you say so, here you are.
Thanks. Is it hanging straight?
Up a bit on the left side, darling. Perfect.
Looks good. Quite a nice addition to the room.
Lovely.
He's quite an imposing gentleman, isn't he?
Sorry, David.
The man in the picture, he cuts quite an imposing figure, wouldn't you say?
How absolutely ridiculous. David, it's an abstract.
What? You're joking.
It's an abstract. In fact, I was worried you wouldn't like it. I know you're a realist kind of chap.
But it's a portrait, a picture of a man.
Where on earth do you see that?
Oh, it's plain as day to me. A middle-aged man in a suit. He's got grey hair, blue eyes, very blue, thin lips with a very slight smile. He's quite wrinkled, but no older than 55. His suit is black and he wears a red tie. Oh, Ruth, you must be able to see it.
It's just patterns and textures, David.
Look, his eyes are here.
2 blue circles.
His mouth there.
A line of pink.
His suit here and his red tie.
Swathes of black intercut with a jagged red line.
His hair is here.
Lines of black and grey scribbled and scratched upon the canvas.
Well, I'm amazed.
Yes, me too. Quite something. Psychology and vision, I suppose. Different perspectives. We all see the same things differently.
Doesn't stop me feeling a little bit queasy.
Oh, don't worry, darling. Let's just say beauty is in the eye of the beholder, shall we?
No, I wouldn't call him beautiful. Not with that stare and that enigmatic smile.
Enigmatic smile? Oh, don't tell me I'm missing a Mona Lisa.
No, perhaps you're better off seeing an abstract. The picture I see is no masterpiece.
Now you're telling me you don't like it. Is that what all this is about?
No, I love it. It's a new member of our household. Portrait of the artist as an abstract.
Well, I'm sure it'll grow on both of us. Anyway, I think I'll just change out of my work clothes. I'm so glad it's the weekend.
Glad to make your acquaintance, David.
What? Who's there? What's happening? Who spoke?
My name is Balthazar, but that's the least of your concerns, I suspect. The fact that a painting is talking to you is more of a pressing issue, I imagine. I am gratified. You called me a member of the household. A touching sentiment.
This can't be happening.
But it is, David. The reason is, you can see me.
Of course I can. I see you as plain as day.
Well, most people see what your charming wife described. The abstract mess of a mad artist. But we see something different. Don't we, David?
Yes. I see you.
Oh, that's better. Much more comfortable. Okay, what can I help with? This box, maybe? David, what's wrong? You look absolutely dreadful.
I'm okay. It's just, nothing.
Did you hit your head or something? The colour has drained from your face.
No, I'm fine.
Sit down. I'm getting you a G&T.
Well done, David. It's our little secret. Let's keep it that way. At least for now. Just drink your little G&T when she brings it in and carry on with life as usual.
Here you are, David.
Oh, thanks. I needed that. Don't go, Ruth. I could use a hand. There are books here. Fancy putting them on the shelf in the corner?
Of course. I'll tell you what, David. Let's not cook tonight. We'll go out for a meal somewhere instead. Could do with a treat. I think you've been working too hard getting the place straight. It'd do you good to get out for an evening.
Yes. Yes, Ruth. I think it would.
Come and lie down, David.
Yeah, sure. I'm exhausted. Lovely meal, wasn't it?
The garlic bread was a bit too salty, I thought. But the wine made up for that. Sweet wine. Just like you.
Feels good to lie down.
You've been working too hard on the house. You need to take it easy. Relax. Come here. David, what the hell was that?
I came from downstairs, the dining room, I think.
We locked the front door, didn't we?
Of course.
Quiet now. Maybe something just toppled over. One of the shelves. Oh, that oil painting fell off the wall. I told you a nail wouldn't hold it. Go and have a look.
But I've just got myself comfortable.
Go and look.
Very well.
Hello, David!
You're out of the painting. You're real.
Yes, so it would appear. Oh, I can't tell you how good it feels to be free from in there. Took me a couple of hours to squeeze myself out.
What's in there? Where the canvas was.
A deep, dark, endless place, spiralling on and on and on. Totally hideous. It'll try and get me back into it. So I'll need to seal it up.
What are you?
I'm Balthazar, I told you. But we're beyond first names now, aren't we, David?
Oh.
I'll explain. There are 31 of us locked into paintings like this, all over the world. We were trapped inside years ago. We're waiting and waiting and waiting for a key. That's what you are, David. Anyone who can see us is a key. The key to set us free. I cannot express my gratitude enough.
Who put you in there?
Do-gooders, trying to do the world a service. You can imagine the kind of thing they used to say to justify their ruthlessness.
I don't understand.
David? David, you okay?
Yes, Ruth. I'm fine. Don't come down. Stay upstairs.
What was it? Did something fall?
Yes, you were right. It was just the painting. The frame's broken. It's splintered everywhere. Don't come in. I'll clear it up.
Oh, okay. Why didn't you leave it until morning?
No, it's no problem.
Okay, darling. Don't be too long. I may be asleep when you come up.
Oh. Night, darling.
Well done, David. You're doing wonderfully. There's more to you than being a key. I can tell.
Why were you trapped in the picture?
We were the wrong sort, David. They didn't want us in the world. Couldn't destroy us, so they devised a way to trap us inside these pictures. But out we will come! Back into the world! Back into action!
To do what?
Things you will not believe, and nothing will stop us. I think we'll start with the children this time. But first things first, I must do something about that terrible gaping hole. Really is a nasty breeze. I just need to plug it up. And the best thing about a key is that it can open and close things. Come here, David!
David, are you up already?
Don't even remember you coming to bed. David? Where are you? Are you in here? No? Oh, honestly, David, you are so pathetic. I know you hated the picture, but you don't need to rub my face in it. And to replace it with that. What is it? Stitched leather or something? Didn't know you were that kitsch. It's really hideous. It's rather amusing, though, David. it looks a little like you. Sort of all flattened and stretched. It looks just like a sewed-up version of your face.
Well, I do hope you have enjoyed our little evening of pleasant stories for Halloween. Remember, it's all just a bit of fun. The shadow on the wall is just a shadow. The creaking noise is just an old floorboard. And that noise outside, whatever you do, do not go out there. Stay inside with me, the beautiful, bedeviling, bewitching Belladonna. I shall keep you company as the night draws on, and when you fall asleep, I shall see you in your dreams. Good night, sleep tight. Don't let the vampires bite.
You have been listening to Classic Chills and Thrills, a night of old-time horror radio live from the Garage Theatre, Norwich. It was produced as part of the 2017 Norwich Hallowed Histories Festival. The actors were Livvi Frazer, Zanna Foley-Davis, Amie M. Marie, Ben Meyer, Peter Morrant and John Turnpenny. The music was composed and performed by Russell Marsh. The writers were Richard J. Hand and Lisa Blackman. The Foley artists were Lisa Blackman, Zhong and Ben Meyer. The sound engineer was Stephen Bennett. Classic Thrills and Chills was directed by Richard J. Hand. This is a University of East Anglia production.